and somehow you drove the vehicle over him after he fell off the hood. Levon Magolo?
The our fingerprint company. Okay. Should I need? There are times to put through the whole truth and the true stuff you got. It's.
You can't use those, sir.
I gotta scan this. No.
You can't use those stickers. Those are saved.
Do you wanna? Oh.
Good morning.
Those are saved. You can say. 24 CR 1314 is now called. Levon, how do you, is it Golo? Goalie.
Yes.
Like a hockey goalie. Okay. You're Levon Goalie, and you were here with Mr. Turk, your attorney and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of the indictment and the arraignment here? Can we proceed in summary?
You can, Judge.
In summary, ma'am, this indictment alleges that on or about May 8th of 2024 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the second-degree felony of aggravated assault, causing serious bodily injury, and you used a deadly weapon, namely a motor vehicle. Let's see, this is an interesting topic. Apparently, the victim was on the hood, and somehow you drove the vehicle over him after he fell off the hood, which could have resulted, was capable of causing serious bodily injury or death. Was he injured?
He's with us.
And just to give you a background on that, Your Honor, I think the morning kind of started off. Her son, who was the complainant in this case, he has autism. He had assaulted grandmother earlier that morning. Also,
The victim in this case is her son?
that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
How old was the child?
16.
he was 16. He assaulted, I believe, grandmother earlier that day. Then
Your mother?
his sister as well. And then he went to go to the dollar store. I believe, my understanding, that he had no money on him, and Miss Golo as well. They knew that he was going to go down there and probably steal something because he had no money on him to go to the dollar store there. She went down there to pick him up, get him from there. He wouldn't leave. I believe an uncle showed up just happened to be going to the dollar store at the same time. He physically carried him and put him inside of the car. The son,
Who carried
the uncle, I'm sorry, Your Honor, the uncle
Carried the
picked up the son and put him inside of the vehicle. As Miss Golo went to drive off, he jumps out of the vehicle and then gets on the hood of the vehicle. They live, what I estimated from looking at the video and the Google Earth, probably about 100 yards or a little more from the dollar store. She began to slowly drive with him. She was driving slowly with him on the hood, and about halfway to where their residence is, the apartment's there, he just let go, and then she ends up rolling over him right there.
And he had not taken his meds that day, and he can become violent if he's on all his medications. And he's a 16-year-old boy or young man is a better way to describe it. And I can fit with the physical strength of a 16-year-old. So it was an unfortunate situation. But from everything that I can tell, Miss Golding she didn't intend him to get hurt. She was just trying to get her son home. And I can understand the frustration of having to deal with those needs. It can be taxing, Judge. Not to excuse it, but it can be taxing.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt the video, but I wanted to take a moment to let you know that TCF is a channel that is 100% human created and human driven. There's so much AI slop out there on YouTube right now, especially in the LawTube space, that I think it's important to point out that every video that we have here on this channel is human created, human curated. We make all the decisions, we do all the editing, it's all us. So if you appreciate that human touch and that human interaction, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. Leave us a comment on the video, put a thumbs up. Those things really help us. And if you want even more human interaction, consider joining us for our live show every weekday morning. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Back to the video.
Okay.
Did you see the video?
How old was the child? 16?
Yes.
18 now.
No, I'm talking about when this happened.
Yes, sir.
May 8th of
Yes, sir.
24.
16, he was 16 at the top.
Okay. What would have happened if he would have died?
Would it be
What would
a
she-
different charge?
Yeah, what would it be? That's 16.
I would leave that up to the DA's office to,
I mean, what would it possibly be?
yeah, homicide.
You're a child.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're talking about capital crime.
Yes, sir.
That close. Looking at the death penalty. So I see this. Yeah, I don't disagree with y'all's plan on this. And here, ma'am, once again, you're looking at a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. The plan is that you would be pleading guilty, placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation. And there is no fine, but there would be terms and conditions of probation, which are normal and customary for this type of offense. Would anger management be?
Judge, I think she's actually planning to take some courses on her own.
I'm going to order,
That's
well,
fine,
she
Judge.
can,
Yes, yes.
but we're going to order some things from probation. Any ideas of, under these circumstances, is there anything else we ought to be thinking about?
Anger management and parenting.
Okay, all right, those are all good things. And the court is going to follow this agreement, place her on deferred or unadjudicated probation. And I don't think a fine is necessary here, but it's this non-binding recommendation. I'm not going to follow that. I mean, I think the circumstances are serious. It's going to be 10 years, but it will be shortened to 1/3, which is 3 1/3 if you do well. Okay, which I'm sure you're going to do fine. The circumstances of this case warrant it. That's what I've got to stand
Yes,
for. You can't, it was this close to a capital crime. And it was fortunate not to be. But I think we've got to show respect to the circumstances here. And this is a finding I'm going to make, which will not convict you of this crime. But the key is in your hands. You have to do with.
Yes.
So I would place, the plan is I'm going to place you on deferred or unadjudicated probation, not find you guilty. And it will be for 10 years, and there will be terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary. Do you understand?
Yes.
If I follow this plan, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes.
Once again, how do you plead to this, guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you were guilty?
Yes.
Show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document voluntarily? Understand it?
Yes.
Discuss it with your attorney. Is everything true and correct?
Yes.
State's Exhibit 1 tendered.
No objection.
Without objection admitted. This states you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea, which is freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You were guilty of the crime charged and any lesser included offenses. You were giving up your rights to the trial, the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All true, so help you God. States Exhibit 1, part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence report is waived.
Yes, Judge.
I will follow this agreement and I will find you are mentally competent to enter this guilty plea. It is freely and voluntarily made. There is sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to place you on deferred and adjudicated probation so long as you follow those terms and conditions of probation that the probation officer is preparing. Please do that. It can be shortened to 1/3 of the time as a reward for doing well. And it will be then dismissed. If you fail, your probation can be revoked. You can be then found guilty and sentenced up to 20 years in prison. which is not something any of us do. So do well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Judge, if I may, Scully has asked that, or requested that she no longer have the GPS monitor as a condition of probation. Now that she's fled. She's.
Any objections?
No objection.
Done.
Thank you, Judge.
Can I say thank you so much? Thank you. God bless you.
Do well.
I
And
promise you, I will. be-
I'm sure, yeah, I believe that is going to be true, ma'am. I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, it's too bad that this happened, but it was it was close to being a tragedy. I know you do, and I'm sure you won't forget this, and it'll make you make better decisions.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.